are many times you might want to show just one line of text, ideas, or bullet points during a class discussion or presentation. Here's how to do it. Just create a page like we have here, and each of these texts were created in a separate text box. Now what we want to do is create some buttons or bullets that will hide and or show these text fields. Any image will do, but we're going to go over here to the shapes and we're going to grab a star. I'm going to go ahead and just make the star. I'm going to go back to my selector tool. I'm going to double click on the star and we're going to duplicate it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then we're just going to line up the stars as bullet points. Now I'm going to highlight this one star right here. I'm going to go to my action browser. I'm going to go ahead and pin this down so it doesn't move on us. And I have my action browser selected, and then we're going to look under the actions for one called hidden, which is right here. You will notice the actions are in alphabetical order. Very helpful. I'm going to click on hidden, and at the bottom you'll see the word that says target and has the 3 dots. This means I have to pick what I want on the page to be hidden. So I'm going to click on these 3 dots right here. Now this shows me everything that's on my page. And I can see I have 4 text boxes, which are those 4 texts right there. And if I click on one of them, you can see it actually shows the text over here on the right-hand side. So I can see the text that I have. Now we're looking for student engagement, which is text number 1, so I have the right one. I'm going to go ahead and click on OK, and then down here at the bottom I'm going to click on Apply Changes. Now when I unpin my browser, I see my mouse now shows that I have an action, and when I click on it, it makes it hide. And I click on it again, it makes it show. So a very cool way to hide and show that text, and I can replicate this for all 4 of these stars. Just make sure that when you save this flip chart, the texts are hidden, so when you open this page, you can click on the stars to show the idea as opposed to the ideas already being shown. Let's go to this next page and see an example of how teachers can use the hide and show action in flip chart lessons. This is one of the many new page templates that comes in ActivInspire. You can see the students are here to find a mystery number. So we have this number right here, and they could use their active expressions to send in the numeric answer. They could also use the space to come up to the board and work and find their answer. But when they're ready to see the answer, using the same technique as before, I can click on this answer button, and it'll show the answer right here in the box. Teachers have quickly realized that adding action objects in lessons is a great way of creating even more interesting and intriguing activities for your students. But I think you're going to find that Inspire makes it even easier and quicker through a new drag and drop feature. If I go over here to my page browser, and I scroll over here to my actions, there's a section here called drag and drop. There's 2 ways I can do it. I can go ahead and use drag and drop to add actions to already created icons. I have on my page here, I have an arrow, and I have a question mark. I want the question mark to bring up the notes, so I just take this notes browser, and I'm going to drop it right on top of that question mark, and now it's going to have the function that I put on there, which was notes browser. So when I click on it, it's now going to bring up the notes. If I go back to my actions, and I grab the next page action, and drag it on top of that arrow, you'll notice that now this is going to take me to the next page. Now if I want to use these drag and drops without having icons already on the page, I can do that as well. I'm just going to grab the fill tool, drag it out, I'm going to take the ruler and drag it out, and I'm going to get my pen tool and drag it out. You can see that it puts the icons on the page, but when I click on it, it's going to turn me into that icon. So the paint bucket turned me into the paint bucket. If I click on the ruler, it's going to bring out the ruler. And if I click on the pen, it's going to bring out the pen. You can see I'm drawing a line right there, draw a line right there, and move it around. So using the drag and drop feature out of your Actions browser, creating interactive lessons couldn't be easier, faster, or more fun. Enjoy.